pleased with that result tonight. Obviously, a Borough battle. You went behind early on, but boys felt like and just put on a good display.
Pleasing performance, yeah. Obviously, the results always special. You always want to win, but I thought we took some positive steps forward. We knew what we were stepping into tonight in terms of the event and the passion that the opposition would bring, as well as a lot of quality. So there was nothing about that game that shocked us, and I mean that positively about Leigh and the way they've been playing, and as well we're doing the event that was being arranged here, and credit to Leigh for that, and probably felt like it brought the best out of our players, and it was going to take the best to get away with the win tonight.
Yeah, of course, saw some great attacking tries, some great attacking moves, just made a few changes, so it's just pleasing to see the players slot in like last week and just perform well in different areas.
I'm not, it's pleasing, but I'm not really surprised. You know, I think the last season and a bit, we have been pretty adaptable, and players have changed positions and rotated, and that's one of our strengths, I believe, and well, I know it's a strength of ours. You know, we can adapt, and we can, on what the opposition are doing, we can find flow. Hopefully, I was at our best. People pop up in different positions, and you saw a glimpse of that tonight.
I would praise Bevan French most weeks, but playing him at full back just seems to add extra danger. It just seems just natural there.
Yeah, definitely. He's more in the game. You see more of him, don't you? So that's always pleasing. We've always known Bevan's capable of that. It's just when we interject him into that position. Tonight was for 80 minutes, and he certainly performed as we would expect, as we've come to expect from Bevan, and you know, he should be really proud of that performance tonight.
How's Jay Field after going off?
He's going to need a scan. I would anticipate he's going to be out for a few weeks. It could be anything, I don't know. I'd be guessing, but pull hamstring, you're not looking at really quick turnaround, so we'll be patient with him, whatever he needs, and we'll make sure the time's right when he comes back into the team.
And how long is Kate Fuss expected to be out for?
He's got an appointment tomorrow night, so we'll know more then. He's had a bulging disc in his neck, so we scanned him this week. We decided this week to take him out following the scan. We'll know more after his appointment tomorrow.
What's that about Albert Smithke as well? When he comes in the team, seems to perform. So it's just good to have someone who's obviously patient and fighting for his spot, and when he comes in, he does the job as well.
Yeah, I love what he did tonight. I love what he brought. Passion, commitment, his kick chase and energy, and obviously scoring as well. So I thought it would be a positive performance from Abbas among others.
And how good are the feelings this, beating obviously one local rival heading to a game against another?
Yeah. I think it's the performance I'm pleased with. Plenty of respect for Leigh. We'll move on quickly.
What are your options if Custy's unavailable and obviously Field unavailable for the derby, Matt? Who are the next cabs off the rank in terms of spine options?
Well, we'll probably look at some of the rotating at some of our existing squad. Obviously, Amsher's out at the moment. Cuss out, Jay's out. We're probably looking at more rotation rather than fresh faces coming in. So we'll look at something within probably the lads who've already played this season, particularly with it being such an intense game. We'll have to find a way to perform, and look forward to the challenge actually.
Jai and Bevan obviously got a lot of the headlines tonight with what they did, but Harry just seems to really be growing as a scrum half. He's a local lad. It seems like he's really taking to that number 7 shirt. What did you make of his performance?
That was outstanding, yeah. But you know, it's watching these young players develop. Some weeks they get tricky weeks, it doesn't quite go their way, and some weeks they nail it, and that's what being this club's about. It's you stay with that player, you develop. You don't always chop and change. And lads know that we've got the trust in them, and we work hard on the training field and in meetings. And we look to develop people along their journey, and Harry's testament to that. You know, there's plenty of improvement in him, but some big players in there, including that 40-20 in the first half. I thought his defence was solid tonight. Yeah, pleased for Harry. I thought he could have with a special mention tonight. I think he's building a game that's really exciting. I like to have front rowers in general.
What's the latest with Marshall, Matty?
He should be back in the next few weeks. you know what the injury was? It was a bad stud on his foot, which was too swollen to stitch. So, yeah, I don't think he'll be out. I think we'll see him in the next few weeks.
Joe Shorrock's came back into the side. Obviously, he's been at Leigh for 4 games now. Came back into the side. What do you make of his performance tonight?
Yeah, really good, really composed. We thought it was a game tonight where legs and lungs would benefit, and he certainly brings that. He's fit. And Brad O'Neill, they brought that spark and energy, and it meant that our intensity levels were pretty consistent throughout the game. And you know, we knew that Leigh would start full throttle. You know, we pride ourselves on our ability to sustain that level. And I thought we showed we're capable of that tonight. And Joe and Brad were a big part of it, as was Kane Ellis.
Matt, they've also put on a great show tonight for Wigan fans. Giant, very much getting the headline. How much did, I don't know if you've had a chance to speak to you, but how much did Bevan enjoy going back to that full-back role? Because obviously he's more involved in it, I suppose.
He looked like he enjoyed it to me, you know. He always looks like he enjoys it, playing. And we're constantly looking at different ways of getting him into the game, even when he's playing wing. And you know, that includes sometimes swapping him to full-back. So a lot of externally more is made of what position the lads are playing, because we know that we've got that adaptability, and sometimes we hold it back, and sometimes we play our hands. So there's plenty of games where you're going to see Bevan at full-back, plenty where you'll see him in the wing, and I look forward to him knocking the ball really, but he certainly loves playing, doesn't he? Great to watch.
Matt, we're seeing that it was Willie Ice's 300th career appearance tonight. Seen him still charging forward like a 21-year-old. How important is his leadership and advice within the group at the minute?
Yeah, it's a great point. He's so influential here. And some of the, you know, I reckon we're playing against one of the best attacking edges in the competition tonight, along with the best ball playing loose forward, one of the most potent threats out of dummy half. So a lot of what was happening on that right side edge defensively, the decision making, is more complex than it was appear, and a lot of what's going on well though is testament to Willie's leadership and energy, not just during the game but during the weeks, the way he studies footage and the way he drives standards in practice. I'm a big Willie Ice fan.
You see him future coach, manager at some point somewhere?
I think whatever he wants to be. I think he's there's a lot to Willie, you know, away from rugby league. So I just know whatever he decides to do, and wherever he decides to commit himself, he'll be a success, and he'll carry himself with the same humility, determination, and class that he always has. So whatever he does, he might be a journalist.
You never know.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Cheers,
Can you
fellas.
just, I mentioned it on Sky, but if you could, in all your press, if you would please, Mark Clark, who's a statistician, club stalwart here, he's doing it tough in hospital at the moment, so the lads were very determined to get the performance. For him, he's a big part of what we do, so where you can, if you could mention him, it'd be
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Cheers.